In this video, we'll be demonstrating how to install the Plantation bifold closet door. Prior to ordering and installing the door, you'll need to measure the existing opening both vertically and horizontally. When measuring vertically, take 3 separate measurements at the far left, the middle, and the far right, and horizontally, top, the middle, and the bottom. Then use the smallest of those measurements to ensure that the door will fit properly within the opening. As this model door comes in several different widths, which will accommodate a door opening from 18 to 72 inches wide total. When you receive your door, ensure that you have all of the required parts. That will include the door itself, the top track, a floor bracket, a knob or handle with the screw in it, a pivot pin, 3 or 4 of the short screws for the track, 4 only in the case of the widest door at 36 inches, and then 2 longer screws for the floor bracket. You'll also need some tools including a steel measuring tape, a Phillips head screwdriver or bit, and an electric drill with a 3/16 inch bit. We're ready to go, and the first step will be to install the track. First, we need to decide whether we'll be installing the left side door or the right side door. In a single door installation, the left side door will open from right to left, and for the right side, it will open from left to right. In a dual door installation, of course, we'll be doing one of each. For a left side install, we'll adjust the track so that the adjustment screw, which is the silver disc with the Phillips inset, is on the far left side as you're facing the closet. Conversely, for the right side install, it will be on the far right side of the track. In this video, we'll be doing a dual door install with a 60-inch wide opening, so we've ordered 2 doors at 30 inches wide each. We'll be putting up the left door first, so we've positioned the track so that the adjustment screw is on the far left side. When positioning the track, notice that you can put it in the center, or you could move it up toward the front or toward the back to increase or decrease the reveal accordingly. In this case, we're going to put it about in the middle, which is actually 2 inches from the front. That measurement is important because we're going to match that with the floor bracket later. We'll now position the track to ensure that it's 2 inches from the opening to the center of the track at both ends, and then mark the 3 holes for the screws. Using our drill with the Phillips bit head, we'll now go ahead and screw in all 3 of the screws for the track. Next, we'll be installing the floor bracket. As mentioned previously, we need to match the placement of the floor bracket with the placement of the top track. You need to measure from the center of the track, which is in place now, to the front edge of the frame, and apply that same exact distance from the front edge of the frame to the center of the floor bracket. And then we'll screw in the 2 long screws into the existing holes in the floor bracket. Next, we'll screw the pivot pin about halfway in on the half of the door that's closest to the wall, in this case the left side. Now we'll stand the door up and guide the pivot pin into the groove on the floor bracket, close to the wall but not touching it. The actual placement of the pivot pin can be adjusted from left to right by giving it a slight lift. We'll do this later when we're making sure that the alignment is perfectly square and straight. Next, we'll insert the spring-loaded pin into the fully circular hole next to the adjustment screw closest to the wall. This is done by simply pulling down a bit on the spring-loaded pin, lining it up with the hole, and then releasing the pin. Next, we can adjust the angle and spacing of the door by loosening the adjustment screw and then moving it a bit to the left or the right and then retightening it. Similarly, we can adjust the angle and spacing at the floor bracket by giving the door a slight lift and then moving the pivot pin to the left or to the right. Adjusting the space at the top is done by screwing in or unscrewing the pivot pin at the bottom of the door accordingly. Our final step is to drill the hole for the handle. For this, we'll use our electric drill and the 3/16 inch bit. We'll drill the hole at the red dot as marked. Finally, insert the screw from the back and then tighten the handle onto the front by simply screwing it down tight. This concludes our demonstration of Home Fashion Technology's Plantation bifold closet door. Thanks for watching.